My name is LaShaunda Hoffman, and I'm here today to share with you how first-time authors can promote their books. I have my notes over here, so you'll see me looking over every now and then. So who am I, you're wondering? Well, I'm LaShaunda. I am a wife, mother, sister, daughter, friend, author, publisher, podcaster, and today a speaker. I've been online 20 plus years promoting books, and today I will be sharing some promotion tips with you that I've been using 20 plus years. So I want to start with my first advice to you is to get ready. Get ready for promotion before you start promoting. A lot of people start promoting before they're ready. They don't get set up and they just go out there and wing it. So I'm going to share with you things I hope will help you not wing it. All right. So one, you need to believe in your work. You need to be excited about your work. You have to have the mindset, I call it that promotion mindset, to get excited, to just let everybody know about your book. Promotion can be very scary if this is your first time doing it. So you got to get popped up to get ready to promote your book so people will know about it. You have to, number two, invest in your book. So many people don't think about the investment it takes to promote your book. You need a website. I call it your home base. You need to be able to bring people back to your home base when you're introducing your book to people. You need to have an email list so you can capture those readers when you start meeting them. And you need to have marketing material. What are you going to be giving out? Oh, you got some bookmarks. You got some flyers. You got some graphics. Those are things that you need to be getting ready before you start promoting. Then you want to create a plan. I'm all about that promotion plan. I don't believe in winging it at all. You have to have a plan. And so you want your plans to include your book sales goals, your promotion goals, your promotion budget, hold on, my notes is getting crazy. Your promotion budget, you want to have your promotion schedule, you want to have promotion content, you want to have promotion calendar. All this is part of your promotion plan, getting it all ready and stuff, getting it together. I won't talk a lot about that. If you want to learn more about that, check out my book. But you want to know all this stuff for your promotion plan. Then you want to know who are your readers. So many people come to me when they're ready to promote, and they don't know who their readers are. You know how I know? Because they say, oh, my book is for everyone. No. Your book can't be for everyone, or you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to sell it. So you want to make sure you know who your reader is. Who is your book for? And where do they hang out? Because if you don't know where they hang out, then you can't go get in front of them to sell your book. So, and then you want to talk about your book. So many people write books and never tell people they're writing books. I was one of them. I'm guilty of it. People didn't know I wrote when my book came out. They was like, you write? Oh, my goodness, I knew you write. Because I kept it inside. We're introverts. Most writers are like that. I'm kind of a mixture. I'm an introvert when it comes to me, but when it comes to other authors, I'm an extrovert. I can talk all about books, about everybody else's books. So you want to be that social butterfly I always talk about. You want to be telling people about your book before it comes out. So you're getting them ready. You're talking about it. You're talking about writing it. You're talking about the book covers. You're talking about getting it ready for publishing. You want people to know about your book before it hits the stand. All right. So let's talk a little bit about where to promote. So, you know, I'm an online girl. I love talking about online stuff. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. I believe in Evergreen Promotion. So you're saying, what is an Evergreen Promotion, LaShaunda? Well, I say Evergreen Promotion is promotion that stays online forever. Sometimes you can go and look something up and find it's been there 10 years. Some people never delete things online. And so that's the kind of promotion you want. You want to get the most bang out of your promotion. I tell my clients that all the time. If you're spending money on promotion, then you want to get the most bang that you can get from your promotion. And evergreen content, evergreen promotion is the promotion that once it's over, it's really over, somebody can go back 2 weeks later and still see it, 3 weeks later and see it, 2 years ago. You know, so that's the kind of promotion you really want to get the most bang for. And so I'm going to share with you my favorite places for those types of promotions. My first one is called blogs. When I first started the magazine, blogs was the most popular thing. We didn't have social media, so everybody was blogging. You went to blogs, you chatted, you talked. That's where we talked at. That was the first place for engagement. And so I had a blog for my magazine, and other people had blogs. And you can do, what I like about blogs is you can do blog tours for your books. You can be the featured author. You could, your book could be the featured spotlight book. So I always recommend my clients go find the blogs, the ones that are still promoting books, the ones that are still talking about books. That's where you want to be at, because guess what? They're getting in front of people who like books. And you want to be there too. You want to, what I call, borrow their readership. You borrow their readership because you introduce yourself to their readers, and then their readers come over to your community. That's what, borrowing their readers. You're building your readership, bringing somebody's blog readers over to your community. Remember I talked about that? You got to have that mailing list, and you got to have that website. If you're going to borrow something, you got to be able to bring them to some place. If you don't have any place to bring them, guess what? You're not going to be able to borrow. So you want to make sure you're bringing them to. You want to make sure that blog caters to your genre. Again, I've talked about who was your reader. Are they hanging out at this blog? Maybe so. So you want to make sure those blogs are catering to what you write. Check out their guidelines. Don't just go pitch yourself. Check the guidelines to see how they want you to pitch them. You pick you to them. Invest in a blog tour. It's a lot of work, but if you invest in one, somebody's going to get you in front of the right blogs. You don't have to go do all the research. Somebody else is going to do all that for you. Again, that's investing in your books. Again, blogs are evergreen content. Evergreen content as long as the blog is live. And if they don't take it offline, it's there forever. So that's content that can be there forever, introducing you to new readers daily. My next favorite place is podcasts. Podcasts have been around for a while. I've done a podcast for at least 6 years, and I listen to lots of podcasts. There is a podcast for everything that you can think of. I just started listening to a podcast called the Lovecraft Country. It was part of going with a TV series that came on. So they did the podcast after the TV series. You could go and listen to more deep details about the TV series. And I loved it. I'm so sad it's going to be done with. But there are so many podcasts out there, so many podcasts. And guess what? They need people to come and do interviews with them. So you can pitch yourself and your book, and you can be a podcast guest. Now, what I recommend is that you take time and read and listen to the podcast. I'll say read. Listen to the podcast. Listen to everyone's podcast. See if you're a good fit before you pitch yourself. So at least when you do pitch yourself, you can say, well, I listened to a couple of episodes, and I really like what you do with your podcast, and I think I would be a perfect guest for you. Hey, there you go. You pitched yourself. And if they like you, they're going to say yes and put you on the podcast. And that's great. And the best part, evergreen content. Podcasts last forever. Again, if they keep it up there, if they keep it in and archived, your podcast is there forever. People can listen to it. You can send people there to listen to it if they missed the live version. They can catch the replays. And podcasts are great if you are new to speaking. You've never done speaking before and you're kind of shy about it. Podcasts are good for that. They bring the shyness out of you because they ask you questions. You get to talk about your book, and it's good practice for when you do live events. And so I highly recommend podcasts as a place to promote your books. And you also are promoting the podcast when you promote your interview. So we're helping each other. The next thing is online magazines. Now, as I told you, I had an online magazine, Chez, the romance magazine. I published it for 20 years. This year, I closed it down to focus on my writing, and it was amazing. I had 20 years of fun times with authors, interviewing authors, doing events with authors, promoting books. It was so much amazing time. Well, guess what? There's other other magazines that do the same thing. They do the same thing. They like to introduce authors to their readership. They like to do featured authors. They like to do advertisements about books. And so magazines are a great way to introduce yourself to readers. Again, that's Evergreen. You know how much I like Evergreen. Magazines are around. How many magazines you got in your house? How many magazines? Well, online magazines are digital, so people usually keep them forever. There also can be printed if they have print copies, so you can order you some copies of print and pass them out to your friends and stuff. But what I like about magazines is that, like I said, it's evergreen. It's there forever. And that's what I recommend to my clients. If you're going to pay for some promotion, you want it to be there forever. And so magazines are great for that. You can put an ad in a magazine, and somebody can see it 2 years later. And so that's one of the things I love about evergreen content is that it's always going to be there. So when you're looking at your promotion, when you're looking at your budget, you want to get the most bangs out of stuff that's going to be there forever. You can spend $500 on a one-day ad, and that's it, and nobody ever sees it ever again. It's just one day. But you can take that $500 and put it on a podcast. You can put it on an online magazine. You can invest in a blog, and you will see those little tiny pieces add up years and years of promotion from it. So that's what you want to look at when you're trying to promote your books is, what's the most bang you can get for your budget. So don't sleep on those online magazines. Do your research on online magazines. Find the ones that cater to your readers. There are different ones. And make sure that you read the guidelines. Everybody has guidelines. Check out the guidelines and see what you have to do. One of the best things about magazines is that you can be interviewed in a magazine. You can write articles for magazines. I wrote plenty of articles for magazines. Some of them will pay you, so that's a little extra stream of cash you can come in to pay for some promotion. You can be a columnist. I was a columnist in a couple of magazines. I've had columnists for my magazine. Again, you get paid for those too sometimes. So magazines have so many different things that you can do with them. And if you want, you can even start your own magazine. If you're trying to promote other authors, another way, income. If you're talking about making some promotion money, magazines is a great way to do that. All right, so the last one is social media. I know you're like, yeah, let's get to the social media. What we can do on that? Well, social media is probably the best place that you can meet readers without leaving your house. This year, as we know, we were all stuck inside. So if you were not on social media, you were missing out because everybody and their mom was on social media. We got nothing else to do other than binge TV. So be on social media. I'm all about, I believe in the engagement starts with you. It does start with you. Don't be a lurker, the fly on the wall. Be the social butterfly online. And that means that you are engaged online. That means that you're meeting new people every day. It's all about meeting new people. If you're not meeting new people every day, why are you on social media? Why do you got 5,000 people on social media and you're not talking to them? You're not engaging with them. You're not asking them questions. They don't know you right. They don't even know you exist. Okay? And so you want to be on here so people know who you are when they see you. I have people that tell me every time they see a purple post, they know it's LaShaunda. And purple is my brand. So, hey, that's me. And I love that because I've taken a lot to do that, to build up that brand. All right, so I want to give you 3 things that you can do online. Now, my favorite one is groups. I am a group girl. I love groups. There is a group for everything. Remember I was just telling you about the Lovecraft thing? There was a podcast. There was a TV series first. Then there was a podcast. Guess what? I went and found the group. The group is who told me about the podcast. So there's so much for everyone. You can create a group yourself if you want a group for your own books, or you can join other groups. I recommend as an author that you join at least 2 readers groups to get in there and see what the readers like, what they don't like. Get into an online book club because maybe they might promote your book, or be a member. Yeah, I also recommend you get into writers groups. Those writers groups help you with learning about what's going on in the literary world. just talking to people who understand what you're doing. Get into a group that's about promotion. Get into a group that's about publishing. So many different types of groups that you can do. So don't sleep on groups. Do your research. Find those groups that you can participate in and participate. It's going to take a lot of time. I tell my clients 15 minutes. You're like, that's not a lot of time, LaShaunda, but just that's all you need. You need to pop in, pop out. If you're in a whole bunch of groups, you're going to have time to do a whole bunch of groups. So, I take days and I schedule my days on, maybe I'm going to go in the readers group on Mondays, and Tuesdays I'm going to go in the business group. Wednesday I'm going to go, it's like that. 15 minutes. I go in, see what people are saying. Do I need to make any comments on anything? Do I need to be the expert of anything? Because being the expert puts you in front of a lot of people too. But I use my groups to learn. I use my groups to share, and I use my groups to promote. And that is the best way to use the groups. And I use the group, again, to be the expert. That's sharing too. But you want to get on these groups and have fun. If you're not having fun on social media, you're not going to do it. You're going to think it's a hassle, and it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. So the next thing you should have is your authors page. I am not a big fan of author pages because it's the way the algorithm is set up. They're not really for engaging. Facebook wants you to spend money. So the author page is all about what you go buy. Facebook ads. And so I recommend that you get an author page for the Facebook ads because that's the only place that you can do ads from. You can't do it from your profile page. But if you want to sell books and you want to learn how to sell books, Facebook ads are great for that. Most of the people who do Facebook ads have success with them. And I recommend getting a class. Don't try to really learn it on, on your own. You're going to be spending a lot of money. But if you take a class, they're going to show you how to set it up, how to do it right, and how to get the right customers that you want. So if you got a Facebook page, the Facebook ads is what I recommend in that. All right, then my third thing for online is to schedule promotions. And you're like, schedule promotions? I'm all about looking like I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, 24/7. People just tell me that all the time. LaShaunda, you online all the time. Girl, you be busy. I have a full-time job. I don't have time to be online 24/7. I just look like I'm online 24/7. Why? Because I schedule my promotion. I pick a day out of the week and I schedule promotion. I share my blog posts. I share my content that I created last year. I'm all about repurposing content. If you made some content last year, you did 30 videos, show those videos again. If you did 40 podcasts, share those podcast links again. Somebody didn't see them. That's what you have to remember about promotion. It's always rotating, so somebody didn't see it. And so I believe in scheduling your promotion. It will help you maintain your sanity, and it will help you look like you are just out there knowing what you're doing when you don't. And you're the social butterfly. So scheduling makes you look like a beautiful butterfly, showcasing your wings every day. So don't miss out on scheduling. I use Hootsuite. There are other schedulers that help you, and I use Facebook Scheduler. Facebook Schedule is great because they fight with Hootsuite sometimes. So I just get on Facebook and I have my pages. You can only schedule on your author pages. So if you don't have author pages, you can't schedule. They used to let you schedule your profile, and I miss that so much, but they don't anymore. So if you have your author pages, again, second thing why you need your author pages, because you can schedule promotions. And so you can schedule weeks of stuff. I have so much content that I share. I share tips. I ask questions every day. I try to post at least 3 things every day. Something goes out on my page 3 times a day. And so that's scheduled. And I put it out there and it's scheduled. And then if I want to come on social media, then I can come on social media, have a little fun, and not worry about it. If I post a question in the morning and I come back later, I can answer that question, And so I always recommend that you take 15 minutes a day, go on social media, ask questions, talk to people, engage with people, see what's happening. This is when you go into the group. This is when you go on your page and see who's coming. This is when you go in and thank people for joining your groups or your pages, liking pages. You got to interact when you're on social media. If you're not interacting, you're going to have a hard time. So as I said before, promotion starts with what? You. It starts with you. If you create a schedule for your promotion, you will stay consistent. You won't feel overwhelmed. When I first put out my book, I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed because I had this big, huge plan, and I was trying to do stuff all day long. I was trying to be the best social butterfly I could be, and I was tired. I had stretched myself thin. And so I realized that you can look like your professional promoter. You can look like a social butterfly without overwhelming yourself. And that's why I like having a promotion plan, because I can say, okay, in November, I am going to be talking about book promotion. And I'm going to break it down into how to get started. I'm going to break it down to what you need. I'm going to have videos on that. I'm going to do a podcast on that. These are my plans for what I'm going to do in November versus I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do all of this stuff. No type of consistency. And then December, I'm beat because I'm just tired. I can't do it anymore. But when I have my plan, I know exactly what I need to do. I'm on there my 15 minutes a day. Boom, and I'm moving on. And so I highly recommend 15 minutes. If you don't have a schedule for promotion, start with 15 minutes. It will get you out there, and then you can build on it. If you want to go longer than 15 minutes, you can, and not feel bad about it. Promotion should feel good. Promotion should be fun, and promotion should introduce you to people, new people daily. If you're talking to the same 3 people every day, you're not going to be selling books. You're just not. I tell people that all the time. If you're using social media and your feed is not moving, it's not introducing you to new people. It's not. If you look at how you know you meet new people is because every day you go in there and Facebook is telling you got new subscribers. Somebody's pushing you in front of someone. If you're not getting any subscribers, that means you're not doing much. So that's what you got to look at. Are you growing your readership? Is your email list growing? Are people inviting you to events? Are you having fun? Because guess what? If you're not having fun, you're not going to do it. So I want you to find the things that's fun, and I want you to do them. I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you need help with your promotion, I recommend you download my book, Building Online Relationships, One Reader at a Time, to help you get started. If you want to create a promotion plan, you can contact me and we can have virtual tea together. And we can figure out a plan for you and your promotion. You can find me at LaShaundaHoffman.com. Remember, someone needs the book that you read. They can't buy it if you don't tell them about it. So showcase your wings, tell them about your book, and then start selling books. That's all promotion is about. You telling people about your book. They don't know about it unless you tell them. So I will see you on the next. Have a great day.